I'm on the train, but it's raining, but I'm on the train, so do the mathematics. I'm as near at the front of the train as you can get without actually having a job as a driver. Look at this, look, it's great, isn't it? It looks a bit, it reminds me of sort of Thunderbirds and Joe 90 and stuff like that, but it's so sort of groovy. I don't know, I think I'm probably too used to the good old English engines, but this is rather good fun. I assume you're allowed to flush your poo down the toilet. It's breakfast time. I'm the only one here so far. I'm early, 7:25, and I'm going to go on that walk today. Let me show you my breakfast. A breakfast fit for a king. This is salmon, rice of course, a lovely soup with noodles and spring onions and all sorts of strange things. A bit of egg I think in there as well. This is the egg. It's quite sweet. I'm sort of going off the egg with the sweet stuff in. This is a good old risole, and this looks to me like perhaps Brian May was working in the kitchen, I don't know. Now these peculiar things here, when they serve it up in England they call it seaweed. I don't know what it's called here, but it's not seaweed, it's a type of cabbage. It's salted and it's made into little crispy sections. I'll get one out and show you. Look, and it's sort of, it's crisp and it's like a little mat made out of salted vegetable. It's nice, it's tasty. Oh, and here comes my coffee. Look what they do with the coffee. Oh, thank you. Look at this ingenious way of doing it, eh? Look at that, a couple of lifters either side. Fantastic.
Sir, for the use of the nori, you put fish on top of the rice or egg, and then scoop it like sushi.
What do? You so
can I?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So we like this.
Yeah. Right.
And so
I see.
The nori on top.
Oh, and you make it sushi?
Yes, and then scoop it like sushi.
Of course. And what is this?
Yeah, can I have the nori on top?
Yeah, sure, hang on.
That's nori, seaweed.
Right. Is it seaweed though?
Yeah,
It's cabbage.
You can
play with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your help.
Nori.
Thank you. Nori. Nori. After a couple of unsuccessful attempts at the sushi making, I think one's ended up on the floor. I think I've got it. Look, here we go. Look, this isn't real sushi because it's cooked. The fish is cooked. Look. I think look, there it is. Oh, get off that bit. Get off. Oh, I stabbed it with the camera. There it is. Look, bushi sushi. Bushi sushi. It's a new one that we're doing in Japan from now on. Bushi sushi. Bushi. I can hardly say it. Bushi sushi. Jolly good. Picturesque little village, this one, isn't it? I was just reading the guff that goes with it, and it's quite interesting. In a space, apparently, see, in the daytime, this place is full of Japanese tourists who come here to be touristy. They don't do the walkie bit, they don't like that, but they come here and they be tourists. And apparently, in this area, in a space of just under 2/3 of a kilometre long, there are 54 establishments. So I think it's every house really, isn't it? Pretty well. There are inns, restaurants, souvenir shops, there are coffee shops, there's even an inn with a tennis court. There is a buckwheat noodle shop, there is an articles of folkcraft shop, there are 2 museums and 1 historical morgue. It's amazing. I think every single building in this restored village is actually a commercial concern. But as I say, the Japanese, they flock here in the daytime, they do, and they have a great time wandering up and down the street, buying things, looking at things, they do. Oh, birdies. There they are. There they go. That was Fly Away Peter, Fly Away Paul, but in Japanese. It's in the olden days, or what we're talking about, the Edo period. These markers were placed approximately every 3.9 kilometres, so people would know how far they were travelling. Simple ingenuity. What I'm about to do is not gratuitous, it is in pursuit of keeping my life longer. That's to scare the bears off. I read somewhere, I was told by another traveller that there are bear bells along this track and you have to ring them just in case. So tell me if you spot one. Very pretty through here, but it's not the sort of place you want to be meeting a bear in an ideal world. Think about poor old Leonardo DiCaprio and Nokio, in that film Irrelevant. That was, woo, bear. Ooh. Not all of the walk is picturesque, some of it's along sections of road, and there are very loud bees in the background. Typical, we stop now. No, there he goes again. So this old track, which has been trodden by many people in the past, but none in the future we know of, this old track winds around the road. So sometimes we go across the road or a little bit of road. Oh, bloody hell, not more bears. We're entering Nagano Prefecture and Nagiso Town, so I will have to alter my accent accordingly. It's slightly different here. I'll have to, yes. Yeah. This is somewhat peculiar. I just saw this and I thought, oh, I wonder if the bears built it. Ha ha ha. And there's another bear bell right here. Look. Was I right? Ooh. There's a man who gives you free tea. There's donations suggested, but it's, look at this for a setting. Lovely.
My name is Akihiko Matsubara. This house was built about 250 years ago. This house is a farmer's house.
And is it your family house?
No, we are 5 people rotations each day.
上半身ぐらい入ればいい。ちょっと待ってね。はい。はい、お願いします。
入ります。はい。チーズ。
Rice straw goes in there.
Yeah. After
and it's made into rope. Wow.
That's it.
God, look at all those cogs, fantastic. And there it is there. Wow. Very good. Now when people use that expression, they say, when in Rome, they don't mean when in Rome, you know, go and sack Carthage and throw Christians to the lions. They mean, you know, when in Rome, do what the Romans do, but not horrible things. So I'm not in Rome, I'm in Japan. I'm in an old 200 plus year old house, and the man's suggested I might try this hat on. I quite like it actually. I'll be sad to go back to my little cloth number with the British things on. There I am. See, when I'm in Rome, I'm roaming like that. He made me do it. I didn't want to do it really, but he insisted and grinned. What could I do? I mean, Japan is still our colony, isn't it? Oh no, something's changed. What's happened? Oh, the United European, that's it. Here's a very good thing about this walk. Because I saw lots of people in the village who were doing it or going to do it, I thought it was going to be crowded, and I thought there'd be lots of going hello to people all day long. But the only humans I've seen, apart from the man in the tea house and those two people, I think must have driven there because they've disappeared now. And I saw an old lady, she was hanging out some intimidatingly confusing garments, but I waved to her and her dog. Apart from that, I haven't seen anybody. And that's great. It's great when you're out in the woods on your own, when you're, you know, apart from obviously if a bear appears, it's always best if you've got your mate with you and a knife, so you can stab your mate in the leg and make a getaway. But this is probably, yeah, I think that's one of the best things about this type of walk, is when there's only, apparently, you. Now go away, because I'm having a private moment. Your attention please. Because there is a part of the road, condition is bad, please pass with caution in feet. Thank you so much. Jolly good. And another thing which makes this walk very, very pleasant, though I don't need to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, is the lack of traffic and the occasional dog. And of course, something else that's very important when you're communicating with people is to be aware of the importance of the stress syllable. If you brought a can of drink and then you did this to it, people would say you were mad. Wouldn't they? Because when you open it, it's going to go every blow up, kill people everywhere. But this, although it looks like a kind of milk drink with mint in, it's yogurt. It's yogurt. Watch as I open it and it doesn't squirt everywhere. Oh, see? It's yogurt. That's the most bizarre thing I've got out of a machine in this country so far. This country so far. Cut.